Hello and welcome to the official podcast, episode number 259. We're actually just in a pretty intense discussion between getting shot and getting stabbed. I said getting attacked with a knife would be more beneficial than just getting shot at. Jackson disagreed. So we'll just go ahead and continue that now. Jackson, you're very wrong. I really think like with getting stabbed, like even outside of like general anime shit, I just think you have a better chance of making it out alive.
So here's what I think. First of all, I don't think either is beneficial. I don't think I can argue that getting shot is more beneficial.
Before we started recording, Jackson was arguing that bullets heal people and they can actually help rearrange your organs.
Yeah, maybe beneficial wasn't the right term for it.
Yeah.
I think it's more detrimental perhaps to be shot because I feel like to be stabbed because I feel like you've got less of an opportunity to survive a stabbing because they can just keep stabbing you over and over again once they're within that range. At least with
but they can keep shooting you over and over again.
Yeah, but the magazine is limited, maybe at least. Like there's
Jackson, I read an article many years ago where they compared different like trauma injuries. You would so much rather be stabbed than shot. Bullets do so much goddamn damage to your body because you have the entry wound to consider, you have the entry or exit wound to consider, you have the fact it travels through your entire body and doesn't stop. Whereas with a knife, it can only go as deep as the blade can go. You would never want to be shot over stabbed. It's so much worse.
And what I was mentioning is it's not like an instant kind of death with a stab. Like even like I said, I watched a fight recently where a guy pulled a knife on another guy. It was in like a high school. He got stabbed in the neck multiple times and still fended off his attacker and got himself to the hospital in time. And he survived. With a bullet, it just wouldn't have happened.
Would it have went differently if Alec Baldwin had like accidentally stabbed the woman like 17 times?
Like he shot a blade out of like a blowpipe.
Yeah. Well, think about it, Jackson. Like think about it, Jackson. If they were filming that movie and if it was a knife fight and Alec Baldwin accidentally stabbed the director, first of all, the person behind them would be fine. And second of all, the director would probably be alive.
We don't know that. We don't know how, like, well, yeah, maybe if he stabs her
if it was a really long sword.
If he stabs her
like
once,
Sephiroth's blade, he just like goes through 5 people like a shish kebab.
Alright, so but what about like your leg? If someone shoots your leg or stabs your leg, I feel like the stabbing would be more damaging. No. I feel like the laceration would be more damaging.
No, Jackson, we have these things in our body called bones. And a knife 99% of the time is going to stop at a bone, whereas a bullet will keep going. Bullets are way worse than knives in pretty much every case.
Maybe bullets are cleaner.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was gonna say, like in prison shankings, what they'll do, because they don't have actual knives, they like whittle down whatever the fuck they can get their hands off
like a toothbrush,
like toothbrushes and shit. Yeah, but they will also dip it in feces before they stab you with it. So. As to get you an infection in every fucking... I know.
That's pretty smart on that end, yeah.
These people should be in prison. What the fuck? It's disgusting.
That's gross.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, you could do that with a bullet, too. You could, like...
They do.
I don't know, poop in a bullet and, like, use a poison bullet.
They do.
Just
the Taliban...
on the muzzle before you shoot.
No, they do that. The Taliban, they take shit in bowls, and then they rinse their bullets in it before they fire them.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Is there any insult?
Is there any combat strategy, or is this just a hobby?
Now, whether or not that works, like if maybe the bullet being super fast and hot, like, what's the term for cleaning itself?
Sterilizing.
Sterilize, yeah. Whether or not the bullet sterilizes itself, I don't know, but I know that's a thing they do.
Yeah, so when they fire when they fire, the bullet exits the gun and the shit just flies in their face like everywhere.
Just sprays doo-doo in the
air. Like a hollow point diarrhea.
Instead of muzzle flash, it's
God,
just
it would be so
flash.
gross if they had like hollow points with diarrhea payloads where the bullet expands in your body and you just get a bunch of shit throughout your... Ew. What about clubbing? Would you rather be stabbed, shot, or clubbed to death?
To death?
Oh,
Well, okay, attempted murder. Like, if someone's coming at you, and would you rather be stabbed or be hit over the head with like a, I don't know, a mallet?
Ooh. That's a lot
Definitely
harder
over the
because
head.
that's a lot harder though because blunt force trauma can really fuck you up.
Yeah.
Well,
that is
wait,
tough.
we're dying regardless, right? You said.
No, he said
This is to
if
death.
you're just being attacked by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like attempted.
Like
They're trying to kill you.
That's one of my worst fears, taking a really bad head injury and being like paralyzed or a vegetable or something. So I don't know, man.
Oh,
What
That's
kind of
rough.
stabbing is it? Do they have like a katana, or is it like a, kitchen knife?
Ooh,
What do we got?
I call that a stabbing. No, when I say clubbing, like with an actual caveman club.
No, but I'm
Booga, and he's fucking
but
hitting
you're-
you over the head with it.
You're asking which one I would prefer, right?
Oh yeah.
So, what kind of knife are they using when they're stabbing?
I don't know, a K-bar? You're really splitting
Why
hairs
don't we
here.
why
I
don't we
know.
get the best of both worlds? What if we
There's
attack
worse knives.
someone? What if we attack someone with a machete and do both?
Yeah. I don't know. The
Well, how
machete
does-
people seem fucking crazy. I've seen way too many machetes in cartel executions. I don't want that.
How is a
near me.
machete blunt trauma? Isn't it? It's
Because
just
you
a
hack
knife.
away with a
thick.
machete.
Yeah, it's super thick.
Yeah.
But I feel like the damage comes more from the stabbing element of machete.
Jackson's obsessed with stabbing.
I just think it's. I think it's scary. I don't like stabbing. I think you could do more with
I agree.
guns. I think you can dodge. You can dodge bullets. It's like a Matrix.
Okay.
You've been watching those Detroit threat management videos, I see.
Yeah.
Good lord.
I think knives are way more dangerous, and everyone has them. There's no legal mandate on. You don't need a
That-
license for a knife.
To
That
be
is-
fair, though, like everyone has something that can kill you like all the time. They could just punch
yeah.
you in the head and you die
Their
instantly.
words. They
That
can
is
convince
for
you.
sure an upside on knives for killability, though. They are definitely more concealable and hideable and stealthy.
Yeah.
So like if you're standing next to someone and you get into a fight, like they could have a knife and just whip it out and instantly start stabbing you. Whereas with a gun, there's some level of like, oh, he might be carrying a gun by the way he walks, or you can see it. You know, some level.
Has there ever been some kind of like Assassin's Creed character that walks through like a crowded venue in concert and just like randomly stabs people? Because I feel like they would never be able to be found through that. Like you could just walk through. And
Maybe
stab
that's what
random
happened to
people.
Travis Scott.
It was
Yeah.
It was in Japan. There was a guy, I don't remember when, but I think it was on a subway system. He just walked through cart to cart, stabbing as many people as he could touch.
Holy shit.
And what
I
happened to
think
him? Was he
Oh yeah,
found?
the mass stabbing. I remember that.
Yeah, he was absolutely found, Jackson. Yeah, it's not like he
That's how
disappeared into
Charlie
a stack
found
of
out
hay.
about it.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I feel like you'd be more easily able to get away with that just by like stabbing and running away, kind of. I don't know.
Holy
'Cause
shit.
in a crowded venue, no one will notice, as opposed to a gunshot.
I don't know.
Apart from the person being stabbed, obviously. But who are they going to convince?
No,
Apparently he was dressed as the Joker while he did it.
Why
there's
is it
two
always
different.
the Joker?
Yeah, there's two different ones. Yeah, that was recent. That was like a month ago. A guy dressed as the Joker went through
Yeah.
stabbing people. I was talking about a different one. I thought it happened twice.
Hmm.
But yeah, that Joker guy's kind of wild.
Okay, but to answer Kaya's question, I'd rather be... So, first it would be shot, then it would be blunt trauma, and then it would be stabbed. Like, from highest priority to lowest priority. What I want the most from the top to what I want the least to the bottom. What about you
Do
guys?
I really want people to shoot you rather than
I
at least
can't-
like with I don't know, in hand-to-hand combat? At least like you have an opportunity to fight back, whereas somebody just taking shots
first
at
of
you
all,
from 50 feet
Jackson,
away.
let me,
let's-
let me
let's-
put it this
let's
way.
change
Let me put the difference here. If you take your hand and you stab it a few times, there's a lot of bone, a lot of stuff in there that's going to stop it. At the end, it's like, okay, maybe you'll sever a tendon, maybe you'll have really cool scars, but you'll be fine. If you shoot a hole through your hand, first of all, depending on the caliber, you now no longer have a hand. Second of all, you are probably not going to use that hand forever.
It also depends on the knife, though.
Not really.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, no matter what you do to stab through your hand,
Not
you're
unless
not
it's-
gonna like.
Well,
Yeah,
it
not unless it's
absolutely
like a
does.
chainsaw.
No,
Well, no.
Jackson, I don't
I
think
thought between a butter knife and like an actual large scale, I don't know.
Now, Jackson,
machete.
if we're talking about like tiny shot, like I don't know, 22 or shit that you just shoot like raccoons with, yeah, it's not nearly as bad. But if we're talking a conventional gun, all of them are far worse than being stabbed. Just straight
it's
up.
really not even close.
I feel like being stabbed would be way more painful. Think about paper cuts; they're painful, and now amplify that by 1,000.
I think the thing is, you've been stabbed before, like you've hurt yourself on paper doing your homework or whatever. So you like kind of you have this gauge of like, oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. You haven't been shot yet. I think we need to get you out on the range and just maybe put one in your foot.
But it's so clean; the bullet just like travels through you.
Shot.
It is anything but clean. It bounces around if it hits your bone. Like fragments hit other places. It's not clean.
But
yeah, depends on
knives
what
like
they're shot with
lacerate
also,
and tear into your muscles and your ligaments and stuff.
So does a
Jackson,
bullet.
do you know what a hollow
No,
point
they
is?
just travel through.
The whole point is
I don't.
it shatters in you and it expands in you, meaning it turns into a bunch of little pieces that just get lodged in your organs.
Are they the things?
Are
they the things filled with like little beans? Like
No, they're the
bearings?
things with like in the name and the hollow point.
Hollow point to me means
Whatever,
it's filled with nothing. Because it's
Well,
hollow.
it's filled with death coming your way. I don't think you want to be shot.
Alright, so you guys would seriously prefer to be shot to death? Stabbed to death as opposed to shot to death? I feel like being shot to death at least.
Yes.
You would.
No, if we're like guaranteed death, I'd prefer shot. I feel like that'd be quicker.
Yeah.
Unless we can like retrofit the rules and I get beheaded, like in a guillotine or something
That's
instant.
not a clean. That's not a clean act. Usually, that's like a hacking act. Like they just keep
Yeah,
whacking
I mean,
in
if
there.
you're talking about I'm trying to die, then yeah, I'd rather be shot in the head. I'd rather shoot myself in the head because I don't think you're gonna get the job done with knives unless you're like hardcore.
There are so many stories of people committing suicide via gunshot to the head, though, and then like not doing the job. Like they missed the brain stem or whatever, and then they're just facially paralyzed.
Oh yeah,
boy.
that's the worst.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm team
Well, talking about
gunshot.
mangling things, you guys, how about them Rockstar remasters of GTA?
Have you played them yet, Kaya?
franchise. No, but I've seen videos that I initially thought were memes because of how awful they look, and they aren't apparently.
I thought at
you guys
first
can
it was
fill me in.
like isolated cases, like people finding things to complain about. But then as I kept looking, it's just one of the worst looking games I've ever seen.
So I started playing it. I've started with GTA 3. It's as bad as the pictures make it out to be. The game's still fun because it's still the same game, but they made that game look so much worse than the original.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So one of the things, and I had to ask chat because I didn't remember this. One of the things is the rain in GTA 3 is a filter in the remaster. So it's not actually in the game. They put a rain Instagram filter over the game when it rains. So it is disorienting and it crashes like the bitrate when you're streaming. It's miserable.
It looks awful.
It also
looks
renders
so awful.
underneath any bodies of water. So if you go to the ocean while it's raining, it will just cut all the rain off. Did you see that, Charlie?
No, I didn't
So
see that.
next time you're playing it, go to like a body of water while it's raining, and the rain just dead stops right wherever the water is, and you can manipulate it by moving the camera.
Well, like I was saying, it is a filter. It is not actually in the game. That rain is
it's
not
not
actually.
asset.
Yeah,
you can
in the
tell
game.
because when you move, the image interpolates like it is a filter. Like it's not isolated within the game world.
And this is a
It's
straight
so
up
bad.
Rockstar team, right? Like this isn't an outsourced thing.
No, no,
This
no,
was
no, no, no,
in-house,
no, no,
right?
It is outsourced.
No.
It is
Sorry,
outsourced.
it's a mobile team that did this. They outsourced it to a mobile game dev.
I don't
Good
think
lord.
I'm gonna. Is it what the?
It
How
is.
do you even do this? Like technically speaking, this also because it feels like it's a 3D model of rain that just follows a character. Like that cloud guy in Mario Kart is just following Carl Johnson with rain. It's like, it doesn't even move when the character moves. It's tied to him. It's fucking bizarre.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly,
they had
it's
to
tied to the
fucking
camera.
try to make it look this bad.
I just think mobile game devs, like a lot of them, are not ready for that kind of work. So they just do like the laziest job.
So yeah, the mobile game devs, they did the original mobile ports of these games, I believe, most recent ones, and then they got hired by Rockstar to port that conversion over to console.
Another fun thing about this is they've censored it. Which to me, censoring a Grand Theft Auto game is crazy, because the whole point is it's supposed to be as offensive as possible. Like, what the fuck?
What did they do?
One thing is they had a character who was a parody of Southern hillbillies. Like, he's like really much pickup trucks and guns and drinking, and he's literally a critique on the American South. And he wears a Confederate flag shirt, and it's a joke. And in the newer game, he doesn't, because you're not allowed to. Even though his entire existence as a character is to critique dumb Southern hillbillies. And then,
that would be like fine if I also. Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's just other bits of censorship here and there. I don't remember the specifics, but I think they removed certain lines and like redesigned certain characters to not be as untasteful, whatever you want to call it. I think Grand Theft Auto is a series where you should just let loose. That's the whole point. It's to critique American culture. It's always been parody and satire.
You're saying you shouldn't take a 20-year-old game and just censor it based on whatever fucking fatty, new mangled fucking bullshit is popular today? Yeah, I agree. Piracy is vindicated yet again, because I also heard that they removed these games, the old ones, from the Steam store. Is that true?
Yep.
That's an absolute travesty. Imagine that shit. They literally just burnt the old version and got rid of them. Don't look here. They never existed. Confederate flag man never was a thing. We're sorry.
Not to mention these are full $60. These are full AAA price games.
Yeah.
So you're paying $60 for
that's the other fucking
objectively
thing, man.
Objectively worse versions of 3 classic games, and now you've got no way to play the originals. Well, unless you pirate or already own them.
Didn't they put out ports of these games not too long ago, and they were like $10 each or some shit?
Probably, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, they've been on sale for years.
They probably re-release them pretty frequently.
I know, man. How do you make a remaster that looks worse? I don't get it.
It's actually
It looks
impressive.
worse and it's censored.
It's so impressive.
And charge $60 for it.
Also,
too.
apparently,
You guys remember when
apparently in San Andreas, if you ever use a vending machine, the game just crashes. So that's another fun one.
I believe it.
Yeah.
The game crashes frequently on Xbox Series X. The performance is also just shocking. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the performance. It's a 20-year-old game that looks like shit. It's not like it looks worse than last generation games, and it can't run at a locked 30 frames a second. It frequently dips under in GTA San Andreas on Xbox Series X. It's a joke.
Why is gaming just so
PC.
shit now? It's so upsetting.
I don't know, man.
What is it? Is it COVID or greed? I can't tell. I think this is COVID.
I think it's
I think it's
business
just being
practices.
Greed.
No, I think it's really just they understand people are going to buy no matter what, so why put in the extra effort?
And people did buy this,
Well,
which is a
I
shame.
bought this.
well, before we
idiot.
really dive into that, why don't we talk about something people should buy?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll
A
go
nice
ahead and
palate
pick.
cleanser.
I'll pick Raycon earbuds. You guys fine with that? That a good choice?
Oh yeah. They should
Okay,
have that.
cool. Well, how could you not want it? I mean, with seamless Bluetooth pairing and a comfortable noise isolating fit, you can start listening with Raycons to anything you want. Are you listening to this podcast right now? Trick question. You are. You have to be. That's how you hear my voice talking about Raycons. And you could be listening to this show on your Raycons. You could listen to up to 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. There's also a built-in mic, so you can take calls on your earbuds if you're using them with your phone. Christmas is coming up. Hanukkah's coming up. Kwanzaa's coming up. 4th holiday that I don't know about is coming up. We need more holidays. We haven't had new ones in a while. Doesn't matter. Make one up. Make it up for your friends and family and get them Raycons for it. Call it Raycon Day. Raycon Miss. Doesn't matter. Go to buyraycon.com/OP today to unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off of your Raycons. But hurry, this offer is only available for a limited time, and you don't want to miss it. That's buyraycon.com/OP to unlock up to 20% off of your Raycons. Buyraycon.com/OP.
Thank you,
Awesome.
Raycon.
So
We should
let's
make our own-
Listen to the awful GTA games now.
yeah.
Should make our own holiday.
Let's continue on the train of bad video games because I want to talk of Battlefield 2042.
I thought you said you liked it.
I do, and I hate that I do because it has nearly every bad modern gaming practice in it. So
I think
think-
you and I
I
are
think
going to
you just,
disagree
like-
here because I've been enjoying it.
no,
so
no, no,
I'm
no, no, no,
curious
no,
to see
no.
where you're at.
The game is great. The core game is great. It is fun. It has so many fucking tools. I have played it, I think, 22 hours in the past 2 days. Like, I'm really enjoying it. But it also exploits everything wrong with the industry. First of all, they have removed God knows how many features. There's no more tactical crouch running. There's no more high jumping and vaulting. There is no more kill feed or proper kill scoring, kill to
Scoreboard,
death
right?
ratios on the scoreboard. There's no proper scoreboard. There's no voice chat. There is an operator who is literally able to do nothing because they removed him right when the game came out because he was untested and unbalanced. There's a laundry list of things they removed only to casualize the experience and make it so players like think they're doing better than they are or not like catering to the hardcore group. And it's because since it's a hero shooter, they have a store button and there's nothing in that store button yet, but very soon, you're going to see skins and many skins and different buy this and buy that and customize your dude with this and pay real world money for that because they want people hooked and attached to these characters. And Charlie, you will probably agree with me on this. Each and every single character in that game is the most bland, generic person on the planet.
They're not very inspired. I will say the only one that I think is really cool is the wingsuit girl. She's fucking great.
I know, but what's her
As a
personality?
character? Yeah, as a character.
Well, none of them have a personality, and it's because there
Exactly.
isn't there's nowhere they could do that. I don't have that a complaint. Like Overwatch, they had their personalities outside of the game. They had
But
like
then- so
content
wait.
that
If they don't have characters or anything, why even bother making the characters? Why not just make the tool
Exactly.
sets accessible to like whatever, like the
which
class-based
is why
system
it's a
before?
shitty idea because I've been playing Battlefield for I think 20 years now, and the series was built on you are a generic soldier in a field of chaos with all this shit going on. But why not just take that concept and give them loadouts? Hey, this class can use the grapple hook. This class has the wingsuit. Why do we need to attach really generic, like literally dollar store Overwatch character ripoffs to all of it? So that way you're fighting generic clones of each other and have a hard time telling who the enemy is. It sucks.
Overwatch really hurt the gaming industry for me. I hate Overwatch so much. And it's
Overwatch
bled
is one of my
through.
least favorite
Yeah.
games ever made.
You
yeah.
loved it when it released.
Everyone loved it when it released. It was something
I didn't.
super new and super fun. I loved it. Yeah.
I saw where it was going. I said no.
No,
thank
you did. No, you did not. You're not a gamer. Like you play like Jurassic World Evolution, build your little Jurassic Parks.
That's the most gamerest game ever. What are you talking about?
I have a story about this. I tried to bond with Jackson and I sent him a photo of a dino that I thought looked cool, and he immediately shot me down saying it wasn't realistic because the
my
horns
God.
were too cool.
It wasn't.
So I
I didn't want to lead you astray.
I'll keep going here. I found the list on Reddit that covers a lot of like what I was talking about. So there's no stats page that tracks your stats. The map no longer pulls up in the corner. It takes up the entire screen so you can't see what you're doing while viewing the map. You also can't find yourself on the map. Charlie, were you ever able to do that?
I actually didn't even use that. I never even noticed.
See, you use the map all the time if you really go high level Battlefield because it shows where enemies are when they shoot. And it also shows where flags are going down and this and that. Oh, God. What else? There's a third of the amount of weapons as typical Battlefield games, unless you count Portal. But even then, Portal isn't what they exactly said it would be. It's the main game, but reskinned. It doesn't have, like, unique models for most things.
Unique
just
models? Why would that
skins.
matter?
Because they promised that you would play as, like, World War II soldiers and fucking, like, 2140.
Oh, you just say the
or,
operators in?
Yeah, it's just the operators wearing costumes.
Now, is that just because it's launched? Like, is there more
Now
settings coming
that
for
I
Portal?
don't know, but that was it for now. Destruction's been toned down immensely.
That's one thing I noticed, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
can't
always felt
destroy
like-
entire buildings like you used to be able to. You can only
I
destroy
always-
parts of them.
It's weird because I always felt like destruction was one of Battlefield's key elements. Like, that's what I always remember as being like one of the main selling points during like Bad Company days. And now
So
they're just turning
there's-
that shit back.
There's no more medic indicators. Charlie, have you ever been able to tell when your teammate was able to revive you?
I think that's a bug, but no, you're right.
It's not a bug. They removed it. It's just not in the
Well,
game.
No, wait, what do you mean?
They also
It's not-
removed
it's not in the
they
game.
removed the thing that says medic nearby.
Yeah,
like
there used
how
to be a
far
little
away
thing
medic
that
is.
says nearby medics when your teammates were able to revive you. There is nothing in the
figured that
game
was
that
a bug.
indicates if they can revive you. It's
'Cause
just
I know
removed.
I know there's a bug where they can't revive you for some reason sometimes. Even
Oh yeah,
though, like,
yeah. If you're stuck in any form of collision at all, if any part of your
Yeah.
model is touching a wall or a hill, you cannot
you
be
can't
revived.
be revived. Yeah.
There's no all chat, so you can't talk to the enemy in any way whatsoever. My matches autofill with bots because there's no server browser. It's all matchmaking, which also means there's skill based. There's no matchmaking. Or
Portal
there's
is
no
all
server
server
browser. I
browser.
mean, sorry, what?
No, Portal is entirely server browser.
Right. Why is there none in the regular game where 99% of the players are going to be?
No, that I don't know. I just
Yeah.
thought you meant in general.
Again, this is why I hate this game. I'm having fun. I'm playing it a lot, but it has all the trappings of a modern game that I hate. They're removing features to try to appeal to the casual audience and make a less enjoyable experience overall.
So I think 90% of your complaints there aren't even trappings of modern games. I think that's just bad game development.
Well,
It
it's
sounds
not
like-
only bad game
like, yeah,
development.
there's-
Every single thing I just mentioned was in the previous game.
But
Why
that's
did they
what
take
I
it
mean.
out?
Let's get something clear. Battlefield 5 was bad. Did you like Battlefield 5?
At the
Most
end,
Battlefields
I
were
did.
bad at launch.
It launched
Yeah,
poorly,
Battlefield
but
5
as it went on,
at
it
the
got
end.
really good.
Same with
Okay, I can't
Battlefield
speak.
1. They were. I played them recently, and they're fantastic
But
games
it's
now.
not
But I
even
remember at launch
Battlefield.
they suck.
It's not even Battlefield 5 where these things are removed. Battlefield 4 had most of this. Battlefield 4 had a server browser. Battlefield 4 had a traditional scoreboard, voice chat, enemy chat. It had most of this shit. And that game is like, what, 12 years old? Why are they going backwards? So,
Andrew,
yeah.
I want to see if you agree with this. I think conceptually, Battlefield, what's this one, 2042?
2042
is like the core design premise behind it is just flawed because you take most of the problems stem from it increasing its player count from 64 players to 128 players. In terms of performance anyway, it takes a big hit, but then you double the size of the maps anyway, so what's the benefit? Like, what am I getting for getting 128 players
Now
on these
that I
maps?
don't agree with, because I think the players do cluster up and you can get really fucking giant moments. Like Breakthrough is very good because it's the entire game with just 2 capture points. So it's just a cluster of fucking people, and it's great. But I think the problem is that DICE is trying to copy other games too much, like Call of Duty and Apex Legends, and they're getting rid of shit that used to be part of Battlefield for years, and they're getting rid of it for no reason. Like, why? Charlie, did you notice that they slapped glow sticks on every operator as a cheap way to make sure you knew who was on your team? Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Because the biggest complaint during the beta was, I don't know who is and isn't on my team because they went down the dumb shooter route, and that doesn't work when you have 128 players. So
I still
literally
don't know.
every
I
character
can't
model
tell.
now has a red or green glow stick on it, so you can tell whether or not they're on your team. It's awful. Like, I don't care about the bugs at all. Yeah, the hovercrafts can drive up walls. I think that shit is hilarious, and I don't mind it. And yeah, I get disconnected from the game, and sometimes, like, there's rubber banding, and you clip through the floor because of physics. All of that is, yeah, big game launch bugs. I don't care. What I care is they very clearly have just removed features that were in the series for decades. And they only did it because they want to appeal to the casual market who's going to buy a bunch of skins, and like they don't want people to stop playing the game rather than having a good experience. So that's my complaint. That's my soapbox. Oh well. Game's
think
overall
it's a
still
bad
good
game.
though. I still do like it.
No, I dislike it. I don't like video game companies getting allowed to release games in the current state that Battlefield released in, and
Yeah.
them being praised. I think it's it's a very slippery slope that leads to more cyberpunks and such.
I think the game's also unfinished. I think it needed like 6 more months.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
that's Battlefield. But most Battlefield games have released in that state, I think.
True.
Well, most games have released in that state. You can extend it everywhere. That's
Why
just the current trend.
gamers are such losers, dude.
I know.
They're such losers. They always defend this
God.
bullshit. Why do they just hand over money, fist over fist, just to fucking video game companies that don't respect them?
Oh, also, Charlie, did
defend
you
them
notice you
once.
can't pick what squad you're in the game?
That made me so upset. Yeah.
Yeah, it's again, I sound way more like harsh on it than I am. I have been playing it nonstop, and I do think the gameplay and the gunplay and the vehicles and all that is a fuckload of fun. The wingsuit, the zip line, excellent. But why all this stuff removed? It's just puts a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well.
DICE and EA farting in your mouth. That's what you can
It's
taste.
definitely EA. I wouldn't put it
I
past
mean,
them.
I think it's also. I think some of the blame lies with DICE. Didn't they say at the start of the year that they're running ahead of development? Like,
Oh, we didn't even
they're
talk.
so far ahead of
We didn't even
development.
talk about the worst thing, Charlie. The UI. It's fucking ugly as shit and hard to tell what you're looking at.
I agree to an extent. I don't think it's like that convoluted, but it's not great either.
So
Like,
one of
it's
my
not
favorite things, you like the wingsuit girl, right?
Yeah.
You know how impossible it is to tell which of her 3 special grenades you have out? Because the only way to do so is to look at the tiny thing in the bottom right corner that it says the name of the grenade in like 9-point font while you're in the middle of a firefight. There's also a tiny little dot above the grenade icon, but you have to see which slot it's in. Do that at a glance, it's not going to happen. Yeah.
But you have to admit, taking a hovercraft up a building is pretty fucking cool.
Oh, it's great. Oh, fuck yeah. It's fucking great. And fucking, the hovercrafts in general are great. They're a lot of fun. And most of the characters are fun to play. Like, I was shocked. I thought they were going to be unbalanced and some were going to suck. Every single character is viable and does something fun. But it's still just I don't know. The way they designed the game just feels weird.
Have you played a lot of Portal? Because I've been playing like the Bad Company 2 version since that's my favorite Battlefield. It has changed quite a lot. Like in Bad Company 2, they've added extra bloom to it. So your bullets in Bad Company 2, they have like an actual mind of their own. I don't know if that's just like a launch day glitch or not, but it's pretty fucking
I've seen
the
videos of
bullet
AIs doing that
spread
in
is
normal.
atrocious in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Charlie, do you enjoy how in the Bad Company 2 servers you can't change your class?
That's well, no. You can change your. Wait, what do you mean
You
class?
can't change
Like,
what they use. If you
Raycon-
play as Recon, you have to use the soft lamb. You can't swap it out for something.
Are you
can't-
sure?
Yeah. There's no like other. If you're playing as like the Recon in Bad Company 2, you have to use the soft lamb.
I
You
didn't
can't
even
change it
notice
to
that.
like the motion sensor or whatever the fuck they used to have.
I haven't tried to change it, so I guess I just didn't even notice.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm speaking from someone who's really passionate about the series and just plays every new iteration and loves it. There's just so many small things I don't like, but it is balanced out by things I love. I think swapping weapon attachments on the fly is fucking awesome. I think it's really cool.
That's a good new feature. I agree.
Yeah. And the
I
new
love the
kits
idea
are
of the
fun.
portal system. I just wish it wasn't like in such a buggy state.
Yeah, I think Portal's definitely unfinished. I think it needs more, and they need to like fix it. But it's good in theory. Have you tried what's the third game, Hazard Zone? Did you even try that?
I couldn't even get into a game. It wouldn't let me. I have not yet gotten to see Hazard. Is it Battle Royale?
It's like Tarkov, where you loot stuff.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it has not worked for me a single time.
AAA game release in 2021, baby.
It's been
Yep.
super
Yeah.
unlucky.
I don't know. I would say to most people, wait on the game. Wait another few months until like they fix stuff and add stuff, and then I'd buy it. But it is definitely fun. I'm not going to say it's a bad game because it's not. It's way better than
My
the beta.
advice would be to wait for the next Battlefield game to come out and then play Battlefield 2042, because at that point,
Well,
it
that's
might be
the
good.
sad thing, isn't it, Jackson, with modern video games? As soon as this game gets a fuckload of content and gets good, they're going to announce a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Did either of you guys play the Elden Ring network testing?
Fucking wish.
No, I didn't.
The impressions that came out of it. No, just the beta thing. Impressions
really like
that
it,
came
right?
out of it were really good. Yeah, they said it's fantastic. So I thought you guys would be into that since you're Souls boys.
I love Souls series. I think it looks great from everything I've seen.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
Kyle,
like
what are
another
you
Souls
playing at the
game, which
moment?
isn't bad.
Kyle, are you excited for any video game?
No.
All right then.
I don't even know what's coming out. Is there anything on the horizon that's even
Halo
worth being
Infinite.
excited for? You tell
Yeah.
me. The
Yeah,
last
Halo
game I was
Infinite.
excited about was Mario Party, and I absolutely wrecked Jackson's ass in it the other
Oh,
week. So
fuck
much
off.
so.
Fuck off.
So
It's
much
such a
so
bad
that
game.
Jackson rage quit.
It was so bad. Every single roll was just misfortune. It was. Ugh, I hate that game. There's no skill involved.
That's
No.
not
Mario Party,
true.
baby.
No, come
It's
on.
all reliant on your rolls initially. That's all that matters.
No, you could win the mini
is
games
skill
and win
involved.
everything.
No, yeah, but Charlie, you're forgetting that Nintendo is a shitty company who use like 2.5 Raspberry Pis for their server network. So the lag and everything in these games is so
yeah.
fucking awful that it basically does become a guessing game. Like a lot of the mini games require you to have good reflexes and shit, and just does not work when you have up to like a second of lag. Not just like 30 milliseconds or 100. No, like a whole second passes between you clicking a button and your character doing something. It's truly a game of luck at that point, which kind of makes it funnier. But only if you're winning.
I don't remember if we talked about it last time we brought this up, but we couldn't even get a game of 4 people together. It would not let us. We were streaming it and playing it, and we hosted a lobby. And anytime the 4th person tried to connect, no matter who it was, they would not be allowed to join the game.
Sounds like Nintendo
That's
for
another
you.
thing. The
Yeah.
That
menu,
is Nintendo.
like the menu system and everything is so busted that nothing works. And supposedly one of the features they advertised with this one was that, hey, our servers are such shit ass, but if you do get disconnected in the middle of a game, don't worry, it'll save your progress. What they don't tell you is that it takes half an hour to get back into the game, and also it saves the game at like 10-minute intervals, I guess. So if you win a star and then your friend disconnects, you have to win the star again. It's such dog shit, and I don't know how Nintendo continuously keeps getting away with it.
Well, Nintendo will always get away with it. People will literally always buy Nintendo games.
Same as Rockstar, same as DICE.
Yeah,
any
we're-
video game company's big enough now.
We're reaching a really homogenized gaming culture where they can just push out any unfinished whatever product, and if they have the certain brand or studio behind it, people will buy it.
Again, it goes down to the gamers. Gamers are okay with it. They've
Yeah.
proven time and time again that they're okay with it. They make apologies for the game developers themselves on like Reddit and Twitter.
I think it's such a good time to be a game developer because you don't need a PR team. Your fans do it for you. They literally handle everything
You don't
for
have
you.
to
So
try.
passionate. They're so passionate. You can you can literally insult your audience. You can call them entitled gamers if they ever raise a complaint, and you're the person in the right.
I know.
It's so funny.
It's literally their
I've
marketing
even seen that.
strategy. It's like, oh, you don't like a feature? Okay, fuck you, straight white male gamer piece of shit cuck bitch. And they're like, yes, mistress,
know.
I'm sorry, sir.
doesn't
Tell me
even
more
fucking-
games. Is the DLC coming out?
It doesn't even fucking land that far from home. I've been checking out the Battlefield subreddit to like see what other people are complaining about, and a ton of people are like, well, I'm having fun with the game. You just have to ignore these complaints and it's good. It's like, that's not the point. Good lord. Ugh.
Yeah.
Can we talk about another thing that it's worth your purchase to make me feel better?
Yes.
Thank you. It'd be movement watches. Movement watches are
yes,
always worth
thank
your
you.
fucking purchase. Look, they've got
And
a
they
new.
don't insult you.
They don't. They give you just nice watches, menswear,
To compliment on your wrist.
sunglasses, jewelry, fresh discounts. What more could you ask for? Oh, I know what you could ask for. Ocean Plastic Edition watches, made from 100% recycled ocean plastic. That's a new big environmental hot button right now. How much garbage we dump in the ocean. It's a lot. It's kind of sad. But they are ready to make sustainable, water-ready, and stylish washes for you. Movement also has Everscroll blue light filtering glasses. They protect your eyes and look amazing doing it. I personally cannot recommend using light blocking glasses more or enough. They honestly help immensely. Things. With how many people these days are stuck on their phones and stuck on the computer and TV and shit, trust me, protect your eyes. It makes a big difference. The filter will block nearly 90% of the most intense blue light rays. They are also stainless steel. They also have modern designs, so hey, you can wear them outside. Like, you know, sunglasses. Isn't that crazy? You're going to want to shop Movement's Black Friday. It's going to be their biggest sale of the year. And you can shop it at MVMT.com using code official at checkout. Free shipping, free returns by going to MVMT.com/official. Movement.com/official, spelled MVMT.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. So I am going to unfortunately have to excuse myself a bit early today. Today is a Moist Esports Super Major. Cola and Lighter in top 16 today, and it's starting in like 8 minutes. So I gotta head to the warehouse and go start cheering on the team. So I'm sorry for the early leaving here, but I've gotta head out.
I think you meant to say you have a family emergency, Charlie, and you have to leave immediately.
I mean, Moist Esports is my family, and they desperately need my cheering on. It's a team sport. They can feel my energy through the cosmos, so I gotta go fight with them.
Go secure the dub ski. Go on.
Go do it.
Okay.
We've got it
everyone.
for you.
Thank you.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
All
how
right.
about them
My
gamers, huh?
recording stopped. Dude, gamers are fucking... My favorite thing is still when they have... Every once in a while, you'll see these campaigns, like when Blizzard was defending China from criticism and shit, where people posted screenshots on Reddit deleting their Blizzard accounts, or Activision accounts, I guess. Yeah, that all lasted 2 weeks. And at the time, I remember eating so much shit in the comments, like people saying, no, Kaya, this is legit. It's not just an outrage that's gonna last 2 weeks. We're gonna take down Activision. And it's like, no. Look at you. You're still playing these fucking Overwatch games.
Yeah.
Because you jerk off to Tracer or whatever her name is.
Has there ever been a gamer movement that was successful? Ever?
No. No. I don't think ever. I think...
Gamers are the worst consumers of
They
all
are.
time.
I don't think even anything happened with Gamergate, which was the biggest thing, and they still, like, they're not over it. Not like the game journos and the developers are still not over that thing that happened in, like, 2014? I want to say it's such ancient shit, and they still blame like everything on it. They blame fucking Trump on it. They blame January 6th riots on Gamergate. It's truly a gift that keeps on giving. But I don't think other than that they've ever taken any W's. They just keep on getting shellacked and ass fucked by these companies.
That's why we need the government to step in and protect gamer rights. We can't be trusted to do it ourselves.
The sad fucking thing is, man, gaming companies are
help.
making more money now than ever, too, because all these predatory business practices are just making them money hand over fist. Fucking sucks.
Sucks for video game quality, yeah.
It's a less efficient model, I know, but I miss when expansion packs were a thing. Because it's like, yeah, you paid $15 rather than $2 or $5 or whatever you pay now for season shit. But you got like what felt like a whole full game, or at least half a game's worth of content. Like I fucking remember Battlefield. We'll use that as an example. Battlefield 2 back in 2001. Game comes out, it's got a good handful of maps, good thing of this and that, and then Spec Ops, Special Operations Expansion Pack comes out for $15, and it's like, not only did it add new maps, it added entire new factions, it added zip lines, grappling hooks, flashbang grenades, it added entire new like gameplay modes and fucking mechanics and like new vehicles, and it added all the shit. Now what do we get with a season pass? One new map. That's about it. Some new skins. Woo!
You can easily tell where most of game development lies now, and it's in extending the amount of time people are meant to be playing the game and investing into their like their storefronts.
It's
Like,
the slot
most
machine.
most of the game development goes there. Yeah.
It's the
Shit,
fucking.
Let's talk about something
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
similar. No, I was gonna say the same thing's true of like I put a pulling the curtain back here, we have an internal topics discussion, and I put a topic there, and Jackson and Andrew were very excited about it. It's Marvel announcing all of their new fucking shows.
Yeah.
And it's the same garbage, which is just meant to keep people watching all these dog shit shows. So this is let's see. I'm now gonna list all of the shows coming to Disney Plus. Just the latest iteration here.
Jackson,
X-Men
as he
97.
does it, I want you to tell me straight up, honestly, if you would watch the show.
What about if you know what it's about? Like, because most of these things I have no clue what they actually
It doesn't.
are.
It doesn't
whatever.
matter.
Yeah,
Tell
I'll-
me straight up
I'll
if
say-
you would
yeah.
watch the show, as Kaya names it.
Okay.
Yeah. X-Men 97, Jackson. Are you excited yet?
No. Because
How
it's still
about
got the
Echo,
Marvel Studios
Jackson?
logo above it. No.
Okay,
What is that?
chime in if you hear something that you think is super awesome and you tune
Yeah.
in. X-Men 97, Echo, Spider-Man Freshman Year, Agatha House of Harkness, Marvel Zombies, She-Hulk,
whoa,
Miss
wait,
Marvel.
wait, wait.
Okay, to be
what's-
fair,
what's Marvel Zombies?
Marvel Zombies is pretty cool. I read the comic book. It's actually pretty cool. To be
That
fair,
sounds kind of cool.
it's pretty
I
good.
don't know. I don't... What the fuck? Whatever. She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, What If, Season 2, I Am Groot, Ironheart, and of course, the beloved classic Secret Invasion.
So there is one that
12
The
fucking
body
shows that they just announced. Like, how do people
There
sit down and
is-
watch this garbage?
There is one show on there I want. Marvel Zombies and
Can I
What
guess?
If are maybes, but there's one show that I want, and it has
Can
to
I
follow.
guess? Can I guess?
Yes, please.
All right. I'm gonna go. I Am Groot.
That's actually the least on my list. No,
Damn.
the answer is She-Hulk, and I'll tell you why. In the comic book, She-Hulk is a lawyer, and she can't un-Hulk. Like, she's stuck as a green Hulk. I really want them to make a show like Law and Order, but she's stuck as the Hulk in courtroom, walking around breaking shit while doing
Wait,
courtroom dramas.
I just saw a picture. She's not the Hulk. She's just a green, sexy lady. That's it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck
She's
yeah,
not
she
a
is.
big, ugly green monster.
Yeah.
Why does she get to look hot?
It's
and the
awesome.
Hulk doesn't.
I really want She-Hulk to just be a courtroom drama. The superhero shit doesn't even happen. It's just a giant green ugly lady doing court cases. Oh, I want that so bad.
I don't know, man. There's so much garbage that's just being pumped out on this
Yeah.
Disney Plus platform. Like that, so that was 12 shows that I just named. How do you have time to watch this garbage if you're a Marvel consumer?
I know.
Okay, so put yourself in the shoes of that. You guys remember the guy who cried over the Star Wars trailer? You're like a literal Wojak
mean me?
meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. how do you
Tears of
even
joy.
have enough time, enough hours in your waking moments throughout the day to watch all of this? I get burnt out just from keeping up with like 2 or 3 podcasts throughout the week.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
it's just not us. It's just not us. These people, that's their main hobby. It's their lifestyle or whatever. So there's 12 shows, yeah, but spread across the year. That's still like one episode a week, I assume. So probably easy
I
for
made
them to
this
keep up with that.
I made this point in the text chat, but I want to reiterate it on the episode. I think by the time you're like 23, 24, 25, you really know your tastes. You have an idea of what you like and what you do like and what will appeal to you and what you don't. So you don't need to just follow the hype train of new stuff and kind of just be like checking around for new things. So the question is, how do you not by that point have infinite entertainment with all the things available to you? Like, here's a good example. Mad Max Fury Road. Excellent movie. We've talked about it a million times on the show. Kyle loves it. I love it. After I watched Fury Road and played the Mad Max video game, I was like, damn, I still really love Mad Max. I still think this world is incredible. I want more. So over the last couple months, I've watched every Mad Max movie. I watched the first 3 that were made back in the 80s. And now I want to read the comic books. And I think there's some regular books too, because I love the world. But that's still so much fucking time and entertainment. And think how many series I know that applies to. Think how many games have sequels to play. Think how many shows have spin-offs. Think how many movies are out there where it's like, oh, hey, I heard that you like post-dystopia, like apocalyptic movies. Well, Children of Men's really good. Have you seen that? No. Check it out. Fucking Book of Eli's really good. Have you seen that? No, check it out. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of entertainment properties that fill those check marks of what you would like as a person. How do you need more? There's already so much you haven't seen. How do you keep up with it? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Well, wait.
It's endless.
Are you arguing against new stuff in general?
No.
Old stuff exists?
I'm not arguing against new stuff, but I don't know how people constantly like trend hop or like try to always take in everything that's new and don't what is it, like stopping to smell the roses? They don't take a breath and go, well, wait, what about this old stuff? Oh, hey, wait, we can indulge in this stuff, like really engross in it, you know? I don't know
that's what I'm saying, though. I don't think they are trend hopping. I think they are stopping and smelling the roses, and they've decided that all roses smell like Marvel movies. That's what they like. This is the main hobby. It's their identity. It's just Marvel movies.
That is fair.
Shows.
There
All the
are
most generic garbage too, though.
They know what they like what you said. Like, you know what you like, and I think they know what they like, and it's Marvel movies. So that's just
that's
their
fair.
life.
That's totally fair. It's
I don't understand how they make a show out of Groot. How do they make a show out of I Am Groot? He just says Groot, right? That's his whole thing.
I don't know why people love that character. I don't know why they love Baby Yoda. I don't understand. It has to be just like little children that are into this. Because Groot is from
Fuck you.
the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy movies, right? And the only good thing about those movies are Chris Pratt and Batista and their interactions. Like, Groot is literally just going... It's just, what's his face? Vin Diesel going, I am Groot.
Are we
It's
missing
not a funny
something?
joke.
Are we missing something with that, Andrew? Because he just doesn't seem like a very interesting character when he says one sentence the entire time.
We used to be gamers, guys. Do you remember The Cake is a Lie?
Yeah.
When that literally took over the entire internet?
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
BRB.
Oh, it's
That
the
was a
Jackson and Andrew
horrifying
show.
memory.
Let's go.
So what are you most excited for, apart from She-Hulk, then?
I think Marvel Zombies and What If have potential.
You're a comic book guy. What is Marvel Zombies? Is that based off anything, or are they just doing something new?
It's a alternate world. So Marvel and DC, of course, big on like, oh, this isn't Earth. This is Earth Zeta X5, an alternate world. Like, it's an alternate world where the Marvel cast has been zombified, and there's like some, like, I think Magneto is a survivor, and he's like human, and he gets killed pretty early. But the idea is that, like, all the superheroes are zombies, so you're just fucked. Because it's like, oh, it's Spider-Man, but he wants to kill people and eat them now.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I read it a long time ago. It's really old. But I remember it was pretty neat. It was cool.
So it seems like to me, what's Marvel do now? They've got the big shit out of the way. Like, they've got Thanos and stuff out of the way. Now it seems like they're doing much more obscure shit, like Marvel Zombies and Ironheart and Moon Knight. Like, those aren't massive Marvel characters, are they?
Well, they're trying to make them massive characters. I mean, look at Thor, to be honest. Thor wasn't that huge of a beloved Marvel property until the movies, you know? People didn't care that much about Thor overall.
Yeah, it always surprises me how passionate people are about Marvel stuff. Like, when I went and saw Eternals, it was just kind of a side gimmick. Yeah. Like,
did you watch what the fuck is it called? Quan Chi and the Seven Rings?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Okay.
It was fairly good, apart from the end. But what I was gonna say is, like, we were in the theater watching Eternals, and the people next to us wouldn't stop hooting and hollering and laughing. God. They were so loud and enjoying it so much. So those are the people that enjoy Marvel movies, I think. The most. They laugh over every single thing.
Did I tell you the Dark Knight Rises story? Because I had the same exact experience. I don't remember if I've already told it on the show, so I'll keep it.
Rises? That's not a funny
I'll keep it
movie.
brief. So, you know the Dark Knight Rises, the Batman sequel?
Yeah.
I went to see the Dark Knight Rises in IMAX, and there was a group of, like, early 20-year-olds 2 rows behind us, and there was like 8 of them, and they were all wearing Marvel shirts and shit, and like they were okay for the first half of the movie, but then when the actiony, like, really intense stuff started happening, they started like going yeah or woo really loud. And that scene at the end where he jumps the canyon without the safety rope and makes it, they all literally stood up and started going hoo, 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 hoo. It was embarrassing. God.
But isn't that part of the fun? That it's like a communal thing if you go to the theaters almost?
Well, not when everyone else is trying to watch the movie, you know? It's like you gotta have the whole theater in on it.
It was that opening night?
It was, I think. I don't remember. It was close to it.
Okay, I'm like, that's yeah, that's more normal. If it wasn't opening night, I'd be like, that's a big annoyance. But I feel like you kind of sign up for that when you go to opening night.
I don't know, man. I think it depends on the screening. Like if you have people in costumes and there's lines out the door, yeah. But this was not like opening day, so we just literally went when it was movie time. Yeah,
I hate noise if it's completely unrelated to the movie. If someone's just on their phone or something, that's just disgusting. But I do like I'll admit, I do like the communal aspect of just you're gonna go watch a movie, and I think the last time that happened to me before like COVID and shit was Endgame, where Dr. Marvel, no, what's his face, Captain America picks up the hammer. Thor's hammer, and the whole fucking audience lost their shit. And then
you
they
can
had
feel the electricity in the
room.
room. It is nice. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun. But then they also had that girl power moments where all of the female heroes are on screen at once, and everybody was in silence because nobody was cheering.
Yeah, because there's no build up to it. You have an entire
It was powerful.
You have an entire arc and character build up for Captain America picking up the hammer, and it's a triumphant moment. Meanwhile, the fucking girl power moment, it's like, oh boy, Captain Marvel, who had one movie no one liked. Woohoo! Oh well.
And then Group Lady puts on the Iron Man suit.
Yeah, I know. Oh well.
Goop oh my god, that was such dog shit. Honestly, thinking back about all the I'm not even keeping up with all the garbage they release anymore, but still, me personally, I've probably seen like 30 Marvel movies at this point, and I can think maybe of 2 good ones, which is like Iron Man and I guess Guardians of the Galaxy with Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista. It's truly a horrific franchise, and I don't understand how they keep getting away with it. It's like the...
Alright, well, horrific's a bit of an overstatement. Jesus, it's not like it's committed war crimes
it's just
or anything.
Such generic bottom of the barrel,
Yeah, it's
like
generic.
lowest common denominator dog shit. It's basically the adult equivalent of Elsa from Frozen pissing on Spider-Man on YouTube, like those videos that people would put on for their children to mindlessly
It's
watch. And
generic,
this is
but
for
let's
adults.
let's not go too far. It's not like DC level bad. It's still
Hey man, Snyder
competent.
Cut was excellent, alright?
Yeah, it only took him like, 4 years and 5 hours of content.
Yeah, and the
to be
death of his
okay.
daughter. Yeah. What an asshole.
That's what it took.
Yeah, it was like that scene with Thanos. What did it take? He's talking to his kid. Do you think maybe while he was directing and editing it, though, that he slept on a Helix mattress to recharge himself between working on it?
Oh man, I really hope so.
I fucking do
Must have
too.
been tiring.
I love a Helix. I love Helix so goddamn much. I'm gonna drop all pretense here and talk to you, the viewer, directly. I have a Helix mattress as my spare mattress now. So anytime any of my friends come over and are like visiting my apartment, we slap it down, and it is so goddamn comfy. They are shocked. You would think they go, oh, mattress on the floor? That sucks. No, they have a wonderful night's sleep. Every single person I've had visit me for like a weekend, they can say nothing but good things over how comfortable that fucking mattress is. And I love it. I've slept on it all the time. I love it. It's great. Helix Sleep is going to give you a mattress that you're going to want because it's unique to you. They'll make it soft. They'll make it medium. They'll make it firm. They'll make it good for cooling you down. They'll make it for plus-sized people. I took the Helix quiz, and was matched with a mattress that's great for not only me, but apparently everyone who stays with me, because no joke, everyone who sleeps on that thing loves it. Helix is awesome, and you don't have to take my word for it. They were awarded #1 best overall mattress in 2020 by GQ and Wired magazine. All you need to do is go to helixsleep.com/official, take the 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you to a customized mattress that'll give you the best sleep of your life. You'll also get $200 off. You like how I paused there? I kept you in suspense.
Yeah,
$200 off of all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/official. That's helixsleep.com/official for $200 off and 2 free pillows.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Did you guys see that singer urinating on a fan's face during that festival performance? That's in Florida, right? What is up with you people in Florida?
Yeah, there's a whole video.
Also, is there a video?
It is a geyser.
Oh my god. Chat, help.
Yeah.
Geyser.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen piss like it.
So
It's
full
insane.
context, the singer, the group is called, I think they're like a punk ska band. They're called Brass Against, and they have a female like punk rock vocalist. And in the middle of a show, just in the middle of a regular ass concert, not even like a giant stage or like a really like sold out venue, just they're at a fucking rock festival. She pulls down her pants, bare-assed, fully down.
What the fuck?
Squats over a fan who's laying on the stage, and geysers, fucking
Unleashes.
Yosemite Falls urine onto his face. It is an
was so full of
impressive
water.
What's gonna
stream of
happen?
urine.
What do you think? What did he think was gonna? He was down there for that. He was absolutely like
Yeah.
expecting
Yeah.
this. That's what
Well,
he
no,
wanted.
because
Why is
after
this-
he loved it,
Ew.
because after it's all done, he starts cheering and pumping his fists and going crazy. He loved it.
I'm all right with it. First of all, those two
Yeah.
consenting adults can do
Me
whatever
too.
they want on the
But
stage,
not in front of a stage. I didn't consent.
Wait, no. What bothers me though is he then gets up and grabs a handful of piss and throws it at the audience, which is disgusting.
Look, behind closed doors, that could happen all they want. That's fine, but not at a fucking public venue. I'll bet a ton of people in the audience didn't want to watch that. That's not
Yeah,
okay.
it's-
Well,
It's
I don't know,
I'd laugh
homie.
at
They're,
it.
they're all filming this. I think they like it. I don't know.
Yeah, you
This is-
could run away and
Ah.
close your eyes if you're that scared of it. But like, it depends if it was an over 18 event. First of all, if it was like
true.
if there were children and shit in there, I'd be like, all right, well, this is fucking weird. But like,
Yeah,
if
why
it's an
the fuck
over
are
18
kids
event and
even,
everyone's
like-
drinking, then it's fine.
And don't take this as like
She was
victim
definitely
blaming,
drinking.
but why the fuck was there like a 10-year-old getting trampled to death at a Travis Scott concert to begin with, right? It's like you shouldn't bring underage people to these concerts at all. They shouldn't be seeing a woman piss on a guy's face.
know.
Well,
Why
this
is
didn't
this a
happen at the Travis
controversy?
Scott festival. Just so you know.
Well, Travis Scott pissed on
no,
his
no, I
audience's
know.
face.
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say
saying
this
in
is
general.
this is
like,
quality
don't bring
service
them to
compared to the
concerts.
Travis Scott situation. This
I mean,
is
yeah, to be fair, I'd
she's
rather watch
friendly
a
to the
woman
audience.
fucking fire hose on a man than get trampled to death, probably. I implore
guess.
everyone listening to watch this video at home because that piss stream is...
is
the
that how
water
women
pressure is
piss?
like equal to an entire city sewer line. It's crazy.
Is
Good
that how
lord.
women piss? Is it just like a fire hydrant going off? Because men's streams are so like sophisticated and
I know.
coordinated, and they're like gentle little streams.
Sophisticated.
I'm gonna watch it
Yeah,
again.
but look at her piss. It like funnels out of. It's like an explosion. It's like a volcanic eruption.
Why do you think they have to sit down to P. Jackson?
I just thought it was because they didn't have like dangly bits, you know.
Good
I thought it
lord.
was just 'cause it
And,
swings
and I love
wildly.
how when it happens, the band just keeps going and just keeps playing like nothing happened. It's so good.
Yeah. I also like how she doesn't wipe or anything. She just pulls up her like latex pants
my
or
God.
jeans. It must be so
So,
gross.
In a statement posted to Twitter, Brass Against wrote, quote, "We had a great time last night at Welcome to Rockville. Sophia
Yeah,
got
they did.
carried away. That's not
Oh,
something the
classic
rest of us
Sophia.
expected.
God.
And it's not something you'll see again at our shows.
Oh my
Thanks for
God.
bringing it last night, Daytona." So, oh my God, how awkward must that have been in the green room afterwards? Like, Sophia, what the fuck?
It's literally. Well, they also posted a statement on Twitter though, where they were like, "We have no idea what the fuck happened."
Yeah, so here's the replies. They said, "It's just not what we do, still processing." And then another one saying, "We're still processing. This was profoundly unexpected." And then another one, "We're truly sorry, not who we are as a band." Damn it, Sophia, you're tearing the band apart with your urine streams.
Yeah,
Can you imagine? Like,
God.
sometimes I get carried away on the show too, but like, can you imagine if I pulled down my pants and pissed in like Adam Kovic's face just in the middle of the show? This is not who we are as a podcast.
Kaya's actions last night were just unwarranted when he pissed his pants live on stream.
Good lord.
Yeah, she must have been drunk or something. 'cause
Probably.
Who? Like I'd have stage fright already being up on that stage, like singing and performing. To actually pull down my pants and piss on some random
absolutely.
person's face, I wouldn't be able to.
Absolutely.
Well,
I wouldn't be able
mid-song
to start
too.
that stream.
Didn't even like think about it mid-song. Just really just got
She
in there.
she synced the stream up with like the when the lyrics came back, and that's when she started when she started screaming, she started pissing as well. It was quite
It's
powerful.
great too because her squat looks like she's about to fucking drop a turd on his face. I got it.
That's what
like,
I was
antsy.
worried about. That's what I was worried about. It's like she's taking a little bit. Is this number two? Did she convince him for something a bit more significant?
Oh God. Thank God she didn't have to like diarrhea all over his
Oh,
face.
man.
Imagine if she just exploded
also, like,
shit all over him. Christ.
It's such confidence because thinking to me, I have like toilet shyness and shit. Like I can't pee if you're watching me and like listening to me. I feel awkward, and this lady just straight up pisses her entire bladder on this man's face.
Think about how happy he is as a fan, though. If he's like a lifelong fan of this band and he loves her so much, first of all, he got to go up there and meet her. Second of all, he gets to lay down underneath her and like he sees everything. He sees her vagina and everything. Just like nothing's left to the imagination anymore. And then she pisses in his face. They're tied together inexplicably forever now. It's like a deeper relationship than anything else.
I feel like. Yeah, but this feels like an exclusively like male thing to desire, because I don't think like I as a fan of I don't know, can you imagine any woman going up to like I don't know, Tom Hardy, like piss on me, and then he does during the well, I guess there would be at least some.
I think there are, yeah. I think with men it's way more common, but there are some girls that would like to be pissed on by their
There's girls who like
heroes.
being humiliated for sure. Hell, I
No,
love
yeah,
Tom
but
Hardy piss on me.
I just think first of all, it has to be extremely rare for you to be a fan who's okay with someone pissing on you. I don't know if this was this guy's kink. Did they even pre-plan that? How did she even know that he wanted that?
I think she screamed out to the
what was the lead
audience.
up?
I think she screamed out to the audience, "Does anyone want to be pissed on?" or something like that. And then he put his hand up. And she
Simple
said,
enough.
I choose you. Get up here." I'm not joking. I think it was some kind of line like that. She's like, "I really need to piss. Who wants to be my toilet?" And then he
That's awesome.
came up.
All right, I take that. This is fucking cool.
But to go back briefly to what you were saying, with girl fans not wanting to be pissed on. What about R. Kelly? He pissed on people.
Those weren't fans. Those are little girls he groomed. That they were like fucking 14 or something that he pissed on. That doesn't count.
He still pissed on them, technically.
Yeah, but they
Not-
weren't
not
like
the-
this dude, like literally washing his face in like the woman's piss and going, oh, hell yeah, and then like proudly shaking his fists in ecstasy as he's inhaling her piss fumes.
You think
God,
this
he
is
must
gonna
be
like
so
inspire other metal bands? They're gonna be like, guys, we have to up the game. We have to start throwing buckets of piss on the crowd. We can't let them win.
Oh yeah.
It's still not the wildest thing that like these bands have done.
No.
Like, people ate bats live on stage, and then
Yeah.
there's like G.G. Allen, who's just fucking insane.
I
yeah,
might have
forgot about
misread it.
Gigi.
I thought that this was like an open like rock festival where you could like come and go as you pleased. So that's why I was like, oh, don't piss on a guy. That's fucked up. But if this was a closed off concert, then that's fine. That's okay.
But this was definitely closed off, and he was definitely consenting. It's not like she just spread her legs and pissed wildly into the audience and it hit this one poor guy.
Yeah, that was telegrammed like all the way through. She gave him a lot of time to hit the ejector seat button and get out of that situation.
Look how he's
it
like,
takes her
he's
like
so
30
comfortable.
seconds just to get her pants down, and all the meanwhile, he's eagerly underneath her, just smiling up at like you'd think the gates of heaven opening before him.
He's got his hands behind his back, like he's so satisfied already. He's like super comfortable.
know,
He's
he
like
loved
laying
it.
down on a Sunday evening. He knows what he wants, and he got like that's the luckiest man in the world. I think he knows what he wanted, and he got it from someone that like you could never imagine that you would get that from. I guess, at least from his perspective.
He must have been. He's masturbated like at least 17 times since this.
He's probably dead. Yeah, he's probably just all the life has left his body from his ejaculations.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, what a
Well, that's fun.
lucky man. But you do the same, Kai. You said that like if Halle Berry came to you and said, "Let me fart in your face" or whatever, you'd do it.
Ew.
What?
No. Ew.
You
I
totally
don't know.
would.
I don't
You
want
said you
flatulence
would.
in my face.
Halle
No,
Berry
I would
leans
fart in
over
my
to you,
face.
anus right there, and just goes, "Come on, I really gotta fart." You wouldn't do her the honor?
No,
I don't
no. For me to eat that ass, it has to be clean. There's protocol we need to follow. Okay, there's like the Cormier where you're not farting
I don't
in
even
my
love
face.
her. I don't even love her, and I'd do it just because it's like it's a fun story. Like
Yeah,
no
I'd
one else
let her
can
do
say
it,
that
yeah.
happened.
I say all this. Meanwhile, my last like 10 voicemails to Brady, our moderator, are my farts. Literally just recordings of my farts.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stop that. That's a Twitter cancellation thread in the.
Well, now we know
in the
Brady would
works.
let Kaya fart on him.
I wish I actually had them so I could play them for you guys, but Jackson heard some of them, I think. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
well,
were there for-
I didn't go out of my
Yeah.
way to. You just played them in front of me, but yeah, it's not like I was asking for them.
Jackson's scavenging around. Kaya, got any new farts today? You got any new
Yeah,
clips?
I've been waiting.
Come on, time's ticking.
I can put you on my fart newsletter if you like. It's actually really useful because, like, you know, if you have an upset tummy or anything, you're wondering, like, what the fuck did I even eat for it to be upset? And why am I, like, shitting? Is this my second shit today? I don't know. So I just keep a shit diary in Brady's DMs, and it kind of works. Like, I can just scroll up.
You use this man
good
for
use
all
of
of your
friends.
needs. Oh, I need to write
Does
some
it
stuff
read
down.
like a
Brady's
diary?
DMs are open.
Does it read like a diary? Like Tuesday 7th. Today I took one steamy shit, Brady, and it was full of corn and.
Oh, God, I don't know if I want to share this.
Why is it that you're fine with sharing it with Brady?
Just slap a Marvel logo on it. People
I
will want
say-
it.
Might take a big fat stinky shit today, steaming hot. Just how
Oh,
you
well,
like
this-
them.
Okay, you guys are in a gay relationship.
Yeah, no, that's not a game.
You
that's
just
a,
opened
that's
your
a
fetish to
club.
us, to the world.
Yeah, all right.
Oh my lord.
Fucking weird. That's
Did you
way
put a little
weirder.
winking emoji at the end? I mean,
You sound like furries who love crinkling, you weirdo.
No,
Good
I didn't
lord.
put the winky emoji, but I used the monkey emoji covering its face of shame.
oh my lord.
What?
I don't know,
All
man.
right, so
it just
clear-
it makes me laugh like a fucking retard because I know that he wakes up and like the first thing he sees is me talking about shits and farts, and he like retches, and it makes me laugh and laugh to myself every single time.
Clearly, you're having fun of it from like a mean perspective, like you enjoy making him suffer through it or whatever. But like, what if you found out that he was actually super into it and he was like jerking off to them? How would you feel then?
I would feel very uncomfortable. Yeah, that would be disgusting. Let me see if I can play this for you guys real quick, and
You
then
know
we
what
can
you
end
have to
the
do,
show.
Brady? Take the power back. Take your power back. Jerk off to them, and then show Kaya.
No,
Hey,
no,
that's-
please no.
Fair's fair.
I'm trying to find my audio device. Hang on. Can you hear this? Did you hear that?
Nope.
No.
No.
I don't want to hear your farts again. I don't want to.
It's not farts. It's me. So this is. How are you not hearing this? Hang on.
I want Jackson to hear your farts.
No. They were impressive. They were impressive farts.
Yeah,
It was super long, Andrew. You should have heard them. It was like
I'm
a
confused
trumpet,
why
a
you're
symphony.
not hearing this.
What is it?
Maybe it's
It
being
just
muffled by
voicemails of
Linkin
me
Park.
talking to him. Stall for me. Topic. Talk about some. Have you guys ever been peed on?
Only on myself in the shower. And even
Yeah.
then on
Well,
like
oh,
my
actually,
legs.
Did you pee up?
No,
No,
just
no,
like on
someone
my
did-
legs if I'm just standing in the shower sometimes.
Someone
About
did
it.
pee on me in the shower. I forgot
Oh.
about that. But that's shower shit. That's
Yeah,
that's just
in the
fun.
shower.
That's
Who
just-
gives a shit about the shower? Piss on each other all you
Yeah.
want. It's fun.
Yeah, it's sword fight time in the shower.
Yeah.
That's my
Whee!
that's my motto. Yeah, if it's in the shower,
Fair
it's like
enough.
super. It's clean. It washes
Yeah,
right
doesn't
off.
matter.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit? That's what the point of the shower is.
Yeah, why'd you hop in there if you didn't want to
Yeah.
be pissed on? All right, Kai,
Yeah,
come
I
on.
can't figure this out. Sorry, I can't. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why it's
Oh
not
my
fucking playing
God.
for you guys.
Oh, well.
This is not
Whatever,
the quality I
just wanted to play
expected
my
from this
farts for, like, an
podcast,
audience
man.
of hundreds of thousands of people and make fun of
Yeah,
Brady,
Andrew's
but I guess I get
unsubscribing.
cucked out of it.
Yeah, I'm not listening. I'm gonna go watch a Marvel movie instead.
All right,
Oh, well,
let's
That's
wrap.
inferior
I gotta go to bed.
content.
I gotta go
Okay,
to bed.
Let's wrap.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of The Official Podcast. Bonuses over at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. There's four of us over there. All four hosts are on each of those episodes, so you can go listen to them.
We
to
want
get
to
the
thank
full
our guest
official
Charlie for
experience.
coming on. It sucks that he had to leave early.
Super nice of
Super
him to
nice
give us his
guy.
time.
I'll bet
Sucks about that family emergency.
I'll bet all of the audience, every single one of them, is still listening on the YouTube video after 40 minutes for this podcast. They love it.
Yeah.
Totally
for sticking
didn't click
around,
to a
guys.
new video as soon as Charlie left. Never would happen.
Their loss. All right, guys.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.